All right, we're good. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? We are back on the 50 marble challenge. All right. Gonna be a fun one, I can tell you that. And let's go. So we're gonna grab that and just start making it in. What's up, Hans? How you doing? Hans Martin, what's up? Hi, Belinda, how are you? All right, so we are just doing some marbles tonight, and yeah. We might mix up a few different designs, but be all good. All right, here we go. Bad migraines suck. What's up, Michael? How you going? I'm just making some marbles. Just making some marbles. We're going to try some a little different pattern here in probably one or two marbles. We'll try it up. We'll mix it up a little bit here and there. That way y'all guys all get to see something different. There's that. Bring it out. Like that. Then I need the caramel color. What's up, Dragonfly? How are you? No, we're doing another 50. All right. Now we're going to melt this down a little bit. She's doing okay. Yeah, tired, but doing all right. No, 50. Someone saw the other ones we were doing the other night and ordered a bunch of them. So that's what we're doing. Which will be fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Hi, Susan. Yeah, 500 would be insane. All right, we're going to attach it here and kind of give it a little bit of a twisty. And spiral this around. All right, there we are. Clean that off. RW, thank you for the jewels. Joshua, thank you for the heart me. All right, and then we're going to bring it over and just start rounding this out. Make it really nice. Then we'll bring it in this way. Trying to warm my hands up. It's cold as hell right now. Yeah, lots of ventilation. Lots and lots and lots of ventilation. That's why I'm so damn cold. Joshua, thank you for the level up sparks. So we're going to put what's called a little punty. It's just basically a little temporary holding rod right there. SKZ, thank you for the jewels. What's happening? How you doing? It is cold. You can get a freezer burn, right? Yeah, I did make everything behind me and in front of me. Just kind of like some fun side projects. $22's low. That's right. Propane and propane accessories. You know it. I even got a Christmas card from Hank Hill. All right, so we just got to round this out and make it look good. I tried to turn the marble mold so y'all could see it a little better. Last night, or 2 days ago, I had it back here. Not good. So this is a little better view. Did I make the book? No. No, that is different. I meant everything that is glass related. Trying to let this cool off now so we can separate it from its punty. It takes a minute too, but I want you to see the colors so we can move on. So now you can see those stripes appearing in there. Without the light on there, you see how it kind of reveals it. How many years will the uranium glass glow for? I don't know, whatever half-life is. Well, that depends on your practice session as to how fast you learn. Yeah, if you only spend like an hour a day once a month or an hour once a month, you're not going to get very good. If you spend quite a bit of time every day practicing, you get fast. You get good fast. I don't know if y'all can see the color banding in there. There. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the color. Then it goes into an oven or kiln where it will temper. Then this little tool is made by Dragonfly Creation. I don't really do any vases, no. This isn't designed for vases. What's up, Dale? I do have a store. Wouldn't you know that? What's up, Cruisin'? Hi, Gail. Yeah, vases, typically what you would see with vases is done in a hot shop with a big crucible type glory hole. I hate saying that word. But it would definitely have a big furnace in there. Much easier to use a soft glass to make vases. I do have merch store. Just go to starrynightglass.com. Everything that's glass behind me, I've pretty much made except for the 2 pieces my mom did. All right, so we just build up some blue here. Yeah, we just completed a big order. And these are someone else ordered on top, a separate order, but they liked the colors. No, I haven't like done neon professionally. I tried it. It's definitely a skill level. What's up, L to the B? How you doing? How's it going? All right, let's get some color on there. Tricky Wild, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, mushroom pendants are definitely one of the things you could definitely start with. All right, let's stripe this guy down. I'm going to make this a little wider this time. Trying to keep this stripe really pretty thick here. Okay. So we basically just skirted a color on top of the cobalt blue there. Gameless Ant, thank you so much. Thank you. How's your night going? Thank you for the super chat. What's up, Groves? Bongo guy, what's up? So is that where you all are seeing it from, as the shorts feed? Oh, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. We try to earn them. All right, let's give this thing a spiral. Hello, Jen. Okay, we got this molten all the way around. Push it together a little bit. Bring it down. It always goes into egg shape before that. What's up from Scotland? What's up, Scotland? How you doing? GHD. All right, let's spin this one up. Bring it out. Yeah, we get that little weird shape in it right away. Tricky Wild, thank you for the marshmallow. Yeah, that's the uranium jellyfish that has the uranium tentacles. L to the B, thank you for the fest cheers. Adam, thank you for the rose. Oh, you got notification. Thank you. I didn't know. All right, so we're going to bring it in and get it round. Finger legs. Awesome. All right. Thank you, L to the B. I thought I had some. Oh, there it is. I knew I had shorter. For summon. There you go. I have not named the dolphin yet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you definitely want to use bare hands. Gloves suck. Ah, thank you. Thank you, 3K. Okay. Let's get rid of this egg shape. Kind of kiln am I running? An aim. 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 Nope. Do not juniors. Yeah, I have not named it yet. I'm looking for it. There's a couple really good ones. All right, we just got that round. And we're good. The Lube Master. Oh my God, I just said that out loud. Jesus, you got me, man. Good one. You got me on that name. That was a good one. Thank you for the jewels. All right, I got one little indent in here. No, I don't feel much heat. This particular torch doesn't put off any heat other than the flame. So the torch body itself is cold. Speed Racer, what's up? Been doing good. I'm having a fantastic night. All right, I think we're good. Now we just have to use Dragonfly's little marble holder. Grip it in and tap. Smooth out that punty. Then we got to let it sit there for a second. Or if I put it in the kiln right away, it'll roll on the hot spot and make a dent. It never fails. But yeah, you can kind of see the colors bouncing through. It's kind of like a caramel cobalt. We're going to try a little different version. We're going to use amber, purple, electrum, and white and blue. Let me grab the little bit of white. Hello, April. What's happening? There. So we're going to take this and push it all together. Yeah, that's a fantastic marble tool. Okay, got some of that on there. Okay, so this is all white core right here. We got some blue, and then this color is called amber purple. It's one of my favorites. I learned from my mother. So we're going to grip there, and we're just going to wrap some color around here. Like that. Where's the electrum? There it is. We're going to wrap a little bit of this like that. Just kind of throw some on there. We're not trying to do like Picasso here. In fact, I want to take a little bit of blue. There we go. Really? We're just going to stripe it around. Okay, that should technically create these little patterns in there. We're just making some marbles. We're doing like 50 of them tonight. We're going to bring it back here. Now it should kind of create these like kind of crazy swirly patterns. What's up, Jojo? How long does it take to make a marble? Roughly between 5 and 6 minutes, maybe. Is there such a thing as toxic glass? Yes. All right, we're looking okay. No attach. I got to round this end off now. What makes glass toxic? It depends on the glass itself. Like what chemicals are added into it to give it colors. So some of the glass contains cadmium. I'm not a big fan of it. Melissa, how are you doing? Thank you for the jewels. A little bit of amber purple there. And then just a little bit of clear to mix it up a tiny bit more. And then we're going to round the end of this. And this one will be pretty close to done. Maybe. All right. That should be good. Baguette. Thank you for the spaghetti. John, what's happening? Thank you. All right, let's get this rounded out now. Then I can show you what it looks like. Hey, Red Squeak, I did find your tree, by the way. All right. I forgot to send you a message. Yeah, it was behind a box. Figures. Wouldn't it be cool if you could keep that color? That would be awesome. I would love that bright, bright orange. Okay, last punty, hopefully. There we go. Now, when I show you this with the flashlight, it's gonna look totally different. And there we go. Yep, I'm still alive. Well, yeah, the orange color would be really kick butt. I would love to have that orange permanent. Oh, I'll show you what my glasses do. Crap, I forgot about that. So this is a didymium filter. This is what my glasses have, these. This is a good way to show it. So see how bright the flame is right there? We're going to pop that in there and bye toxic flame on the eyes. So that's what it looks like without. With. Have a good night cruising. Good to see you. All right, last little smooth section here. Make sure we're in guidelines. We are good. And we're going to smooth that out. So I'm going to let this cool off a little bit. I'll bring it into the camera so you can see it a little bit. You can see a little bit of swirling going on there. Oop, there. Okay, we got that. And we got some colors bouncing through it, but when you get the light on it, it has all kinds of different colors bouncing through. And then it's going to get more color later. As soon as that amber purple starts kicking in, it's going to be good. Moved on me. There it is. There we go. Now we have to let it sit. Yeah, I drop them all the time when they're hot. They just kind of bounce. Yep, little marbles. You might be able to see a little bit of the patterning on here. This is what I call just kind of chaos. There's just weird patterns running throughout the whole thing. Then occasionally we use uranium and we get that. So when the uranium hits it, you get that really super bright green. This one has uranium too. I don't know if y'all can see that glowing. And then when you hit that light on it, and that one. All right, let's get to making marbles. I got 47 more to go. $47. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Wood by Bruce, thank you. Angie, thank you. Thank you, Gail. All right, let's get this melted in. All right, a little bit more. How's everybody doing tonight anyway? Y'all hanging in there? All right, we're going to separate that. Now we got it kind of set up. Thank you, Katie. Thank you for the high five. Gail May. Oh, thank you. We're just doing lots of marbles tonight. So that is just pure cobalt, nothing else on it. We're going to add some of this caramel color like this, that little butterscotchy color at the end. Yeah, a lot of people got sick from the holiday, I think, traveling. We're going to put a nice wide pattern here. Like that. So all we did right there is we just added some color to the side of it. Got it all set. And then we're going to swirl it all up. Touch it here and push and twist. Then we use this marble mold right here to shape it. And bring it out. We're going to stick a punty on the end here and then finish up with the other side. It should be good. Red Squeak, thank you for the Go Popular and Super Popular. All right, so we're going to burn this off here. And it leaves that little pointy part. Nicole, thank you for the jewels. Bring it out and smooth it out. John, thank you so much, John. Michael, thank you for the flowers. How much is each marble? I forget. Honestly, they're on my website, but I forget how much they are. All I do is make it. What's up, creative? On the TikTok side, if you are not following Grove's Glass Gallery, she's doing some awesome work in glass blowing. Give her a follow. Creative Release Gifts also is doing fantastic with creating wonderful art. Then we got dragonfly creation. Then we're going to separate it here. Oh, no, 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 no. How many marbles have I made in my entire life? I can't guess. I could tell you I've made far more hummingbirds than marbles, but yeah. Way more hummingbirds. All right, we got to wait for it to cool off. If you crimp it too fast to try and pull it off, you'll squish it. Then it won't be round. No, there's like a coronal mass ejection out of the sun, and it wrecked havoc on my PC, I think. Because everything was weird last night, and all of a sudden, it just kind of, when I went to go back on it, nothing was working. Why more hummingbirds? Because people like hummingbirds. No, there was something wrong with the... I don't know if you guys caught it last night, but the audio was off a little. So I went to restart the PC, and it definitely was all out of whack. But I know there was a coronal mass ejection out of the sun, so that always wreaks havoc. And I'm up in the Pacific Northwest, where it does hit a little harder, I think. Jenny, thank you for the laughing disco. You like glass dragons? Let's see if I have one. This isn't the traditional dragon. This is kind of like a little funky guy. I just wanted to make something like a lizard dragon, so we did that one. I like it. And then we have... I haven't shown this guy in a long time. Where is he at? Oh, did he move? Uh-oh. Well, never mind. I can't show it. But this is our dragon dagger. I like dragons too. So we have the dragon dagger right there with the dragon head on it. No, I got to make marbles. I got to make 50 of these things, man. 50. Actually, I don't have to make full 50 anymore. 46. How about a lily flower? Lily flower we could definitely do. The easiest flower in glass blowing to do, in my opinion, is the calla lily. The calla lily is so freaking easy. All you have to do is take a piece of tubing and cut it and fold it over. Nope, can't make a Harley. The only thing I can make for a Harley that I'm comfortable with is the, I always forget it, Gremlin bell? The Gremlin bell. Hi, Daisy girl. Yeah, I can make the Gremlin bells, and they actually survive on the bikes. All right, so we pull it down a little bit. Shady, thank you for the flowers. LM Forsaken, thank you. Or I'm Forsaken. I'm looking now. We're just making some marbles right now. We have quite a few to do tonight, but we'll be changing patterns, so that'll be fun. So we start with this kind of oblong shape. Black Wolf, thank you for the clutch. Okay. Oh, caramel. Bubbly marbles? No, not bubbly. I'm not doing any air traps tonight. And we're just going to filter this on here pretty heavy. There we are. And we have the color parked right on top of the cobalt. Now, as we start to shape this and assemble it to a marble, that will naturally turn. So here we go. Attach. Pull that apart. And now the color is running all the way through. Shady! Thank you. Shady's on fire tonight. I do know how to make rabbits and bunnies. Not so much rabbit. I know they're different. All right, here we go. Bring it in, and we're going to start rounding everything out. That actually looks pretty good. Drop that. And then we got to round this part out. Now, the jellyfish, there's only like 2 of them. I have 2 jellyfish. I can bring the other one out so you can see the 2 right now. One of the jellyfish got confiscated by Stephanie. Yeah, I've got a gigantic 4-foot sword. If you guys want to see the sword, tap 1 in the chat. I'll bring it out for a minute. Give me a break. Just type 1 in the chat. And I will grab it right behind me. All right, we got enough. All right, let me finish. This will be about another minute and I'll grab it. I got to find a spot to hang it though. Maybe off the yellow beam right there, coming down next to the chandelier. That might be kind of cool, actually. I wonder if I can hang it up there. I wonder if it'll fit. Not sure it'll fit. Danny, thank you for the happy poop. Doesn't like penny poop. Jenny, thank you. Shady, thank you for the jewels. How strong is the sword? It's pretty strong. I mean, you can't go to battle with it, but it's pretty durable. I made this sword, and some person kept saying, but it's not battle ready. I'm like, it's not supposed to be a battle ready sword, dude. And he just kept going off on how it's not battle ready. I finally just had to like terminate the conversation. Spicy taco. Oh man, with salsa too. Spicy taco with salsa? No way. David, thank you for the jewels. All right, so we're going to grab the marble holder by Dragonfly. Thank you, Spicy Tacos. Man, now I'm hungry for tacos, damn it. Exactly. Sometimes creative. All right, let's trim this out. You can kind of see the colors coming in a little bit right there. So it's a cobalt and caramel. Let me see if I can get the light on it, and then I'll grab the sword. So now you can see that spiral happening in there. All right, so to give you perspective of the swords, this is more of a dagger. So this is 19 inches, top to bottom. This is 19 inches, and that is the dragon dagger. So that's that. Then we'll grab the big boy behind me. I have to sit way back here though, because it doesn't fit in the camera. There. See, it still doesn't fit. Anyway, that's it. Like that. There. Try and fit it in. And there. So that's the hilt. That's the hilt to the sword. Everything's solid except this right here is a bottle. It's air. But yeah, it's hard to fit in the actual camera shot. And there we go. Spicy Tacos, you're making my night. Thank you. Spicy Tacos is on fire. Thank you, Spicy Tacos. So far, Spicy Tacos is competing for MVP here. All right, let's do Chaos Marble. So what I'm making now is, this is a Chaos Marble. You can see how all the colors are kind of bouncing around. Maybe right there. I love Chaos Marble. All right, let's grab a little bit of this. Oops. At least it didn't fall on the floor. What's the coolest thing I've made out of glass? A self-portrait. I've done a self-portrait out of glass. Take that into battle. I mean, it's good for one shot. That's about it. Let me bring this down. Now, the last one I did, I thought needed a little more punch to it. There we go. Worst burn? I've never had a super bad burn. No, I could not make a snowmobile. I can tell you that one right now. What's up, Ray? John! John's going for MVP now, too. John had the super chat earlier, so. Thank you, John. Does the dragon have a chip? Or is it, it's meant to have a divot. That's a finger grip. No, I don't have to try. I already know I can't do it. Thank you, John. What's up? Yeah, no super bad burns. My mother had the worst burn I've ever seen on someone with glass blowing. So that kind of weaned me off of doing that. What's up, Tim? So yeah, my mom was working a big piece and it fell, and she tried catching it with the palm of her hand, so the whole thing landed in her hand. And that was a nasty burn. How long does it take for you not to see that? I don't see any. I'll show you why I don't see any lights through it, like any flares. Integrity, thank you. Official, thank you. Thank you, official. Michael, thank you. Thanks for the jewels. All right, so the lenses I use are called didymium. This is a didymium lens. We're going to drop it in front of the flame, and you're going to see. And now you can see the difference. I feel like a toll bridge there. Learning curve for glasswork. It depends on how much practice you put in it. I've seen people get really, really, really good in 6 months, and I've seen people that have been doing it 20 years that are just terrible. So it depends on what you put into it. Steven, thank you for the floating hearts and jewels. Cracker Jack, thank you for the clapping seal. Floating heart. Steven, thank you. All right, so we're going to spiral some color on here. I had a different learning curve because I grew up with this. I've basically been around this my entire life. Oh, you're going to beads. There you go. Oh, you can definitely tell when you've been off the torch. So we're just putting a couple rings of color all the way around. I want to keep this one a little thicker on there. And then we're going to kind of smear it around. Yeah, the glass hammer is actually pretty cool. Nobody believes that, it was used with my roofing. contractor until they watch the video. We're going to come over here and create that chaos over here as well. Okay, got that. And then we're going to smear the rest of it in clear. Yeah, I probably should put that keyword in there. I put Nightbot on the mission. Nightbot to the rescue. I got to figure it out first. So we're going to spiral that up. All right, got a mass chaos here. No, I don't do any toys. 2 reasons. They're not that much fun for me, but 2, the insurance to make toys when I had it was $36,000 every 6 months. Not worth it. Yeah, it was $36,000 for liability insurance on those. And anybody making those without the liability insurance is crazy. All right, we're going to bring that out. Yeah, it can get up to 45, but I'm running about 3,800 degrees. But you don't feel it. I mean, you can grab the torch, don't do this at home. But yeah, you can grab it and it's not hot at all. It's actually kind of cold. What's up, Diane? How are you? Oxygen and propane. All right, we're going to get this thing rounded out. There we go. So now we're just going to punty up to this end. And we're going to get this one all smoothed out. You mean like a standard oxygen tank? Is what you're asking? How long a standard oxygen tank would last? It depends. I mean, if I'm running this flame, it really goes fast. So if we're running full bore like that, then yeah, it goes pretty quick. Yeah, everything's glass. This is all glass, yeah. Yes. Yes, my father did this too, but my mom was the main person. How do I feel about all the glass straw posts? I don't like it at all. At all. But, you know. Yeah, the glass has exploded at times. Not bad, but it definitely can pop off. Make for a bad day. All right, let's get this thing nice and round. All right, got that going. All right, this should show up pretty good. I'm hoping that it looks good on camera. Okay, see you can see a little bit of the pattern, but once you add in the light to it, go up a little higher, you can start to see some of those patterns coming out. It's just kind of like chaotic marble swirls, like that. But smaller. Yeah, tools are made with graphite. This tool is made by Dragonfly. Oops. Well, that did not want to come off. I'm going to have to fix that now. Just about like 50 marbles. I think I'm 5 or 6 in right now. So I pulled the holding rod off this one and it kind of messed up the piece, so I got to fix it. There we go. Now I got to really wait for it. There are a few places you can find this torch. It's about $4,600. That's top. All right, where'd my punty go? Huh, that punty came off really smooth. That was pretty simple. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the colors bouncing through here. Very planetary looking. Propane tank. I have two 25 gallons and then I have a 120 gallon. So it just depends on, you know, what's ramping up as to what I pull from. We're going to grab this, attach. We're going to try mixing it up a little different. There we are. We're looking okay. All right, we're going to smooth that out. So we're left with just kind of white and clear mixed together. Shady, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. All right, we're going to wrap some color around this, and then we're going to make it chaos. Need to grab a little bit different amber purple here. There we go. It is a little expensive to start. Yeah. And we're going to throw some of this, what's called amber purple on here. Like that. Then we're going to grab some blue, pop that on. We're going to mix it all up. All right, got that done. Let's grab some clear. There we go. Then we're going to mix it all up. Move it there. Okay, we're good. I'm thinking of putting the second microphone on. Let me see if it, let me know if you can pick up some of the torch sounds. Hold on. I can't hear it right now, so. That's right, Gross. Then I'll pull that microphone off. So I have one pointed at the flame a little bit. Do I need to wear hearing protection? No, the torch can be actually very quiet. We're just making a bunch of little marbles. Tiny little marbles. Yeah, I just added on briefly. Yes, I've definitely done wind chimes. I've done wind chimes in memorial glass too, where it contains ash from people or pets. Most challenging piece? There's a couple of them. One of the ones that was really, really hard to do, I made a chandelier that went over a classic pool table that was owned by Minnesota Fats. So the family had a lot of money. Anyway, I made the chandelier, and each arm that came off the chandelier was a pool ball with the letters and numbers in it. But the challenging part is they were old pool balls. So it was hard to match the colors. What was my first creation? I have an example of that maybe here. One second. I have an example of my very first creation was a self-portrait. Can you believe that? You guys want to see the self-portrait? Anybody? And it was my very first piece, like style. That's pretty good for beginning, right? All right. TikTok saying yes. All right. So this is the very first piece I made style, and it's a self-portrait. Thought it was kind of cool. There you go. I was really young. Super, super young. There you go. I was pretty fast too. So anyway, seriously, that's what it looked like. I had to replicate it a little bit. But I was trying to make snakes and worms, and I was 8 years old. And that's what they came out like. And all the adults, when I was making them, they were laughing their ass off. I was like, oh, okay, I had a really cool piece. Nope, they were laughing because it looked like that. Probably gross. Solid is my solid glass. The biggest piece is the sword that's behind me. Blown glass is the chandelier that's in my home. So the chandelier in my home is about 3 times as big as the one behind me. About 3 times bigger. Yeah. No, it's not going to be expensive. All right. Now we got to get this wrinkle out of it. Might be related, yeah. Possibly more than you probably know. Hey, I still got the white hair. She might be, or she's having, she might be having an internet issue. Storms. No, that 100 piece order's done. No, that piece is done. This is another 50. Someone ordered 50 more. Or 50 different ones. No, the 100 piece order's done. When I couldn't get the PC back online correctly last night, I still worked. But whatever that coronal mass ejection was, man, it knocked the crap out of my system. Value of marbles? It depends on what type of marbles they are. Some marbles that I do contain ash from people or pets, so they're super valuable to people. Otherwise, people just are marble collectors. No, this is a whole separate order. All right, so we're going to melt this in. Where can you find glass tubes at? Just look up lampworking supplies. Lamp, like lamping. Lamp, the chandelier. Lampwork supplies. And you'll find a ton of tubing. Yeah, most of my color comes from North Star Glassworks, and then the clear tubing, or the color rods. The clear tubing comes from various locations. Whoever has it on sale. Mentos, of course. It's the only thing that lasts. Oh yeah, marbles go up to like 6,000 to 8,000. I've seen like $8,000 marbles. That is not unusual. I don't offer any classes. Thank you, John. Oh, we're over 200 likes. I can't even see that. Oh, yes, I can actually. Oh. All right, so to get it off the stick, you just kind of have this tool here and you tap. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And we pull that punty off. Did you move on me? Sometimes this marble slides and it creates a little chaos for me. Yep, I guess I got the punty. Let it sit for a second. I lost my marbles. Me too. You're from Brazil. What's up, Nano Shop? So I'll see if we can get the light on here and get a little bit of picture. You can kind of see there. It's a little bright, but it definitely has lots of color running through it. Apparently my watch is talking to me now. No, I never want to put my hand in front of it. But the torch isn't hot, see? Yeah, for marriage. Oh, Lee, you were married to the spawn of Satan too? I was. My spawn of Satan lives in Florida now, or has. What's up, Terry? TC. What's up? I did watch Blown Away on Netflix. It was okay. So that is uranium, by the way. So I love working with uranium. We got uranium in that one, this one here, and then of course the jellyfish. Terry, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, that's why I moved all the way to Washington. It's complete opposite direction of Florida. I like Florida. Okay, I'm not knocking Florida. I'm just saying my ex-wife lives there, so that's why I got the hell out. As far diagonally as I could possibly get. The only thing further would have been Alaska. I just started making this. I can't bring any pieces out right this second. I have to finish this now. This is called Glass Torch Technologies. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any problem with Florida. Just one person. Is it easier to do big or small projects? Neither. Medium is my happy spot. Small is hard on the eyes, straining, and big is just hot as hell. Okay, I've almost got enough on there. And we're good. What got me into glass blowing? My mother started when I was 2 years old. So I grew up with it. Yeah, it's nice having parents that did that. All right, so we're going to stripe this down. Going to bring it in. Grab second one here. So this is kind of like a caramely butterscotch color. A part of Florida. You ever hear of Sanibel Island? Well, I guess if you saw that big ass hurricane, you'd know Sanibel soon. All right, so we put a big swath of that caramel on there. So there's the cobalt, and then there's the caramel. It's so hard to see when it's that way. Yeah, so my store originally was on Sanibel Island. Yeah, when I moved there, God, man, talk about, this was an omen. This was a freaking omen. When I moved there, I was supposed to sign a lease on the store, and there was a hurricane coming, and they're like, oh, it's just a category 1. Don't worry, you're fine. Go ahead and sign the lease. Yeah, that was Hurricane Charlie that split Captiva Island in half and wrecked Sanibel for 8 or 9 months. I signed my lease. The next day, I couldn't go to my own store. That was an omen. I believe that was 2006, Hurricane Charlie. And then it followed up by 13 other hurricanes. That was my welcoming to Florida. John! Thank you. Yeah, 2006 is when I moved there, and that was my welcome. 13 hurricanes in a row. "13 hurricanes and an alligator in a pear tree." I know, right? Yeah. I always said 13 hurricanes and an alligator in a pear tree. But I will tell you, they had some damn good barbecue there. Colleen, how are you? What's up from Hawaii, Susan? Are you on the Big Island or are you on a different island? I know the rickety old bridge. Trust me, I went over that thing a lot of times. Like I said, I thought it was 2006, but I could be wrong. Honolulu? Okay. Oahu? Yeah, I went to Hawaii. First time I went to Kauai. I loved it. It was fun. I absolutely had a great time there. We're just making some marbles. Making marbles, chatting. Hi, Christy. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Yeah, we're cranking out marbles. I got 50 of these to make today. No, I don't do any tequila. No. No tequila for me. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, went to Tijuana. After that weekend, I could never touch tequila again. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, it came out good, Christy. The only problem is I couldn't come back. My PC was all routed up weird. I couldn't get it to get back online and everything working. I think it's from that coronal mass ejection. Something was off. I had to redo a whole lot. How did the shop go? My shop on Sanibel went really well. It still exists. I don't know for how long because, the spawn of Satan's running it, but I don't know how long she'll be able to maintain it. No, I have not come up with the dolphin name yet, Colleen. But everybody that did participate, so I wanted to do the giveaway with the leaf, okay? I went and looked at everybody that did it by the 5 p.m. that day, made the comment. So I'm going to end up probably there were 35 comments on the leaf for the dolphin. So I'm probably going to make 35 pendants, leaf pendants, and just send them out. Because the giveaway rules are really funky right now. So the best rule is everybody won. We'll have to figure it out. Charlie was 2000. It might have been 2004. I'm old, man. I can't remember that far back. I know 2006 was definitely a high hurricane season, though. I think that was the one Wilma came through. I think that one was so intense they had to start over with the lettering system. A serpentine dragon and a ball. No, that I would not be able to do. That's funny. The marbles are for an order. Someone ordered all these. Yeah, it's hard for me to remember certain things, but I still remember my childhood phone number. I still remember the phone number for home. when I was growing up. That's back when we had like landlines and the big 20-foot cord. That was wireless when you had a 20-foot cord. Yep, we are working tons of orders. This spiral came out really good too. Where did I grow up? In the Bay Area, California. There it is. You did too? There you go. Christy, thank you for the fest cheers, Christy. I just saw that. It's lagging. All right, so we got some colors bouncing through. That caramely color. A little swath of it. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. Milpitas Monster. That's got to be Mike, my friend Mike, on a separate account. My friend Mike and I have a running thing. We make each other watch the worst B movies we can find. And he made me sit through the Milpitas Monster. That was a pretty epic one. Christy, thanks for the fest cheers. Yeah, I had to sit through the movie The Milpitas Monster. But I made him watch EGA. So we had it. Lots of Bay Area people on tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Fremont. Oh, then, yeah, see, I grew up in Union City. Fremont was definitely, I cut a lot of tracks there. Just a guy from Milpitas. All right, I got you. Well, hardly anybody knows about the Milpitas Monster, so. Oh, Capitola Beach is beautiful. Yeah, nothing wrong with Capitola. The monkey sign. Thank you for a happy poop. All right, I gotta be careful here. This rod's getting a little short here. Check out the movie Wrecker. I will have to do that. Saratoga. I know that too. John, thank you. John, thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. Actually, I just saw that guy had a really serious injury, so I hope he gets better. I do. He had a pretty bad, I guess he tore his quad on a freak accident. Like tore it from the bone or something. And That's got to be painful. Oh my God, Casa de Fruta. I loved Casa de Fruta. Yeah, that's back in the day, man. I got to tell you. I know, that's what I saw, Gross. I thought so. Yeah, I used to bolt out of school, skip school and head to Santa Cruz. That was the fun. Just skip school and go to Santa Cruz for the day. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see that, Des. That's funny. Christy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the fest cheers. Christy's always on fire with that. Thank you, Christy. She's always in MVP mode. Yeah, hummingbirds are one of the most popular. I'll tell you what, if we get enough, how can we do this? If we get enough comments, saying hummingbird, I'll stop marbles for a minute and we'll do a quick hummingbird so you can see something different. They take about 6 or 7 minutes. So if you want to see a hummingbird, type hummingbird and we'll make a hummingbird after this, just to break up the monotony. So 50 marbles and a hummingbird. There's the name. Oh, no, that's not the name of the movie. Never mind. I don't want to say that. All right, we got some people typing hummingbird. All right, we'll make a quick, after this, we'll make a bird. It'll take about 6-7 minutes, so it's not a long process. Probably shorter than making a marble. I could probably do them blindfolded. What do I do with the scraps? I turn them into what's called frit, F-R-I-T. And frit is a ground up glass that is about the size of sea salt. And I can use that for various projects. Ring-neck parrot. I could probably do it. It'd take a little bit. Yeah, we'll bring out the sword after I get the hummingbird done, for sure. I promised everybody hummingbirds if they type hummingbird, so I have to keep my word. Shadowcaster. How hard is it to work with glass? If you can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you could handle this. Because I am a peanut butter and jelly making master. I have the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the planet. You put just the right amount of peanut butter on there, not too much jelly oozing out the side. There you go. All right, let's give this a little spiral here. John, thank you so much for the jewels. No, it's not super hard though, honestly. It's not bad, just practice. If you want to know what this really feels like when the glass is moving, take a chopstick or something similar to a chopstick and get molasses and scoop up some molasses on the end of the chopstick and spin it. If you can keep the molasses on the stick, then you can do this. Oh, whatever jelly, whatever peanut butter and jelly you want. The only thing I've never tried is everybody keeps telling me I have to do fluff. Peanut butter and fluff, a fluffernutter. Is that right? I know if I don't say it right, my Boston people are going to be pissed. My East Coast people. I think it's called a fluffernutter. Oh, there's Betty. How you doing, Betty? Look out for a tracking, Betty. I got you all covered. I had to just get it done so we could get it to you in time. A surfboard, I think I could do. If you get both of them too, Betty, just if you get both boxes, Merry Christmas. No biggie. Yeah, I bet you I could do a surfboard. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I like the music too. I had to change services. I was using Stream Beats, but I don't want to get into it, but I had to switch to Epidemic Sound so that I don't get flagged. All right, so we're going to take that and tap it. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the light, and then we'll make a hummingbird. No bongs, no dongs. Oh, how about we use the light? There we go. So now you can see that spiral running through there and the colors. Now without the light, it just looks kind of blah. All right, so we're gonna, before we begin the hummingbird, we're gonna do, I don't have a lot of colors up here. Okay. We're gonna make the body out of cobalt blue. So the body's gonna be a dark cobalt blue bird. So I'm going to let you guys pick which color you want the wings and tail to be made of. So do you want the lime green or that butterscotch? I'll just put the blue up next to it. Which color do y'all want? Lime green or butterscotch? I'll let y'all vote. Audience votes. I'll make whichever color is popular. Wow, TikTok's like bouncing every other one. YouTube's coming in strong on lime green. Ooh, YouTube kicked butt on lime green. I'm gonna give it just a second while we're waiting. I'll start working on the body. Yeah, green one for sure. Between both channels, green one. YouTube and TikTok. All right, let's go. Anybody want to start a timer? You can start a timer. Let's see how long a hummingbird takes. Ready? Actually, I want to set this right here. And go. All right, so this is the hopefully 6-minute hummingbird. Let's see if I can get it in 6 minutes. Christy, thank you for the fest cheers. Yep. I can actually run 4 if I want, but that's too much chat. Thank you for the kind comment. Nope, I don't make those. No bongs, no dongs. 552 for the hummingbird. There you go. We're speed running the bird. There's the lime green. I don't use any tools for it either. We just kind of freehand it. Oh, one more. I got to smooth all that out, get it nice and sealed. So now you can see we got a nice little tail. We're going to work it all the way around, create the head for the bird. I'm even going to give it a blue hook. So that went on straight, got lucky. Now we're going to make the wings. All right, there's wing number 1, all completed. Now we need to go to wing number 2. Yep, there's wing number 2. Now we got 2 wings on there. And we're going to pop a little beak on, some eyeballs. Use this electron part. There. And that's all done. Pop it off. Oop. Got a little sloppy there. There. extra 10 seconds. All right, so there we got the little bird. Hopefully we hit it in the 6 minutes. Wasn't quite sure how quick it was. Rachel, thank you for that thumbs up. Was it 6 minutes? All right, cool. I felt like it was a little slow. All right, let's go to Chaos Marble. Yeah, it did feel a little slow, so I was like, uh-oh. It's roughly the average time for me. But after you made like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of those, you get pretty fast at them. And you wouldn't think a marble would take longer, right? All right, let's make this marble. It's Epidemic Sound. I just kind of threw this list together myself. I just kind of went through and started putting it together. But it's off of Epidemic Sound. I could make the list shareable, but you have to have Epidemic. Why so serious? That's a good question. All right, so we got a bunch of clear on top of the white. We're going to mix all this up. Do I ever do glass seashells? Yeah, actually I do. I have made a few. It depends on the shell, though. All right, let's get this thing melted together. It doesn't have to be a perfect shape because we're going to be wrapping color around it anyway. So just going to bring it out, give it that kind of special seal look. Stepped on the wrong foot pedal. Oh, sand dollar. I've never done a sand dollar. So that's the shape we're starting with. Gas bill's not bad. Less than a PlayStation, more than a piece of bubble gum. That's all about I can say. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin this color on here. This is like a really cool color. This looks like liquid freaking metal. Oh, I've done lots of sea turtles. All right, so we got some color wrapped around there. Again, we're not going to make it too precise right now because we're going to be mixing all the colors up anyway. But no, I've never done a sand dollar. All right, got that on. Let's grab some cobalt and add it in. I have made some cool characters. I might have one behind me. Yep. There. Little ghosty dog. We're just making a marble. And this is kind of like a chaos marble, just kind of flipping it around. Hi, Amy. How are you? So we added a little blue on there, give it a little punch, and then we're going to take some clear and start finishing it up. Maybe. All right, that's going to have to do. I haven't done the fire helmet. Lori, thanks for the heart me and the go popular. I have not done the fireman helmet. It's just getting so crazy for time. Okay, we're just going to mix this all up. So, might be before, Betty. We'll see. I need a couple days to finish a few things up, but I think we'll see. We could definitely do it on live. All right, so now we have all this kind of mixed up. We're going to turn it to a marble. The helmet's not hard, complicated-wise. There. I've always looked like this. I've had this hair since I was 23, like full blown. It like almost happened almost overnight. I was getting a little bit of silver, and then like 2 weeks later, the whole thing's all done. Thank you, Red Squeak. Work from home. Just find a nice, really good space in your, that is ventilated or you can get ventilation into. And then before I ever set up a home studio, I would go take a couple classes somewhere and, see how things are set up before you set your home up. I was living in Vegas at the time, so it was probably an Area 51 thing. I got it, I do sell stuff. Yeah, I sell everything. I'll sell you my washer and dryer, Rose. Just give me a good price for it. I'm kidding. Well, the only thing missing, I guess, for me is the tattoos, the jewelry, a little bit of black in my goatee, a little longer, an orange Camaro, and about 40 million in the bank. Then I'd be good. I'm so sorry, Jenny. My condolences. I do remember the first piece I sold. Yeah, it was a hummingbird. That's why I like hummingbirds so much. It was a hummingbird. Nope, I don't make any heady glass. So right now we're just getting this into the round shape. Get it smoothed out. A little bit of a check right there. We're all good. I'm sorry, Penny. I hope you're doing well. What's my favorite piece of work? I've got a couple. Not a lot, though. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, the bird I've made hundreds of thousands of, so. There was like 2 years I made nothing but hummingbirds. But part of why this is taking so long, too, is I'm reading chat from both TikTok and YouTube. So I like to try and respond to everybody, you know? Trying to say hi. So it takes me a little while longer because I'm bouncing up and down on the screens. Mentos, the only kind. I don't know. I'm going to count. I was actually wondering that myself. I got to look in the kiln. Because we're going to be changing styles pretty soon. So when I'm jamming and nobody's around, I am 100% on Alice in Chains. Something like that. So if I'm jamming by myself and nobody's around, yep, that's it. I get my kick-ass IEMs in, not these, and jamming. Thank you, Matt. Celestial G, thank you for the jewels. All right, we're going to grip this here. And that's how it comes off. Just like that. Well, we did throw a hummingbird in between. Got to let it cool off. We're at 12. So I've got 38 more to go, which is going to be okay. I'm probably going to have to stop a stream and then do a second stream, part 2. In fact, I should probably do that. So for those of you who don't know, I take care of my mother. She's the one that taught me how to do this. And she had a very bad pulmonary embolism. So I have to go take care of her every little 12 hours. So I'm going to go make sure she gets her medication, and then I'll be back. I'm going to be jamming all night. So if you want to hit the subscribe or follow button, she's okay, Betty. I mean, she's recovering. So, but I got to go give her her medication. She hates it, but yeah, I'll be back in probably 15, 20 minutes, somewhere around that. What time is it? Definitely by 9:15 my time. So no longer than a half hour, but I will be back. Christy, thank you for hanging with me always. It's always good to see your name pop across. All right, I'll see y'all in just a little bit. I got to go get that done so I can be back. Okay, TikTok's off first. And there we go. And YouTube, thank you. You guys are awesome. I had a freaking fantastic time so far. But I will definitely be back in like probably 20 minutes, closer to 20. We're going to finish up these marbles. Oh, I'm going to kick the torch off. So I'll see you all in just a little bit.